I want to talk tarot. Because tarot is Torah, is Rota, it concludes all of it. So let's just focus on all of it. No more divide and conquer. No more talking about this or this. Talk about it all. No more discerning your conversation. Counting the giveaways. No more terms and demands for, who gets my wisdom. Here's the thing about truth and healing and philosophy and spiritual knowledge. It belongs to every soul. Okay, the religious Pope as the messenger between man and God kind of thing, we know it's getting old. It was never cool to begin with. The divine is in the heart of every single one of us because we all have hearts. We don't really need mediators. We need guidance and help, but each and every single one of us can find their truth inside. So truth belongs to all. Knowledge belongs to all. That is the thing that will bring resurrection and enlightenment. If we all as a collective step up and forward into awareness, into expansion of our consciousness. How could that happen if people who hold the truth are holding it? Now, I'm not talking about, how dare you charge for your skills and craft. Charge. It's your job. Make a living. Good for you. Happy for you. If someone has a problem with it, they have a big misunderstanding of what it's like to live in this modern world. They can go live in a cave and then they can maybe judge. But as long as you don't live in a cave, you need to make a living, pay for rent. This is your knowledge. This is what you do. Fine. But this doesn't mean that you get to pick and choose who's worthy and who's not. If someone comes to you, they want to learn, they want to know, they offer you what you require in order to make the exchange. Don't be the boundary of truth. Be the river of it. Because that's what the world needs right now, Aries. And you're the initiator. You bring things to surface. You bring the power of will and creation into this world. You can't be picky and petty. That is in contradiction of the essence of teachings and of healing and of consciousness and of knowledge. It's the ego. It's the fear. This doesn't refer just to, you don't have to be a teacher for this to refer to. This refers to also in your private life. This person gets to have this much of me, and this person gets to have this much of me, and I'm measuring. Excuse me? If someone is in your life, they should be in your life because they resonate on your frequency, because they are benefic to your life, to your heart. And if they are worthy of it all. And if they are not, then they shouldn't be in your life at all. This one in this definition, this one is in this context, and this one only for that, and this person is only for this, and this I speak with that person. How much energy are we putting into this discernment that isn't organized? It's dictative and controlling and unflowing. And that's not what truth is. Truth is not the black and white, even the justice card. The justice card is very objective, which makes it extremely subjective. What do I mean by that? Truth is what the situation is, okay? In this case, this is the truth. In that case, this is the truth. The justice is just super intense with it. If it's right, then it's right. And if it's wrong, then it's wrong. But the mechanism is fluid. Like how it decides what is truth and what is a lie. It's fluid. The Hierophant is the messenger of truth. In tradition tarot, it represents the religion, the tradition, the organized system of knowledge. But in modern society, it's just the bearer of knowledge. He has the keys. It's like the high priestess. He's the male equivalent of the high priestess. This is massively channeled. This is a very important message for some of you out there. Your perception of truth needs to start aligning with truth. The truth of the collective spirit, which is everyone is worthy of the opportunity to expand and to learn and to know. And if someone is in your cycles, I keep getting someone who's very, very discerning into who gets what, who knows what, who. And they think it's a protection mechanism, but it's a controlling mechanism. It's a very subtle underlying controlling mechanism. It's trying to control who gets the keys to your heart, who gets the keys to your realm, making sure that only those who align with your truth, who are molded into how you perceive things to be like, gets the keys. And that is trying to control the essence of an individual. By nature, we are all very, very different, and we all have a very unique, specific individual blueprint for a reason. We all serve as something in this mechanism of the matrix of humanity, however you want to call it. We have to be loyal to our individualism. And people who give guidance are to teach other people how to find their individualism, how to find their unique path, whether it resonates with yours or doesn't. Okay? Say you are the mediator at a crossroad and people come over and they seek answers to, should I take the right, should I take left, should I take straight? And you're the tour guide, okay? It's your job to recognize which path is proper or aligned with the energy of this individual. Okay, let me walk you through it. Whether it's your path or not, let me walk you through it. Let me advise you through it. Let me hold you through it. Let me tell you my thoughts, my knowledge, my feels, my whatever, to support this journey. If this is your mission in life, and even if it's not, maybe you're just watching me and you're like, but I'm not, what? Then think in your private life with people around you, your social group, your partnerships, your friends, your family, co-workers. Are you picking and choosing? Are you who you're share? I keep getting share, with generosity, give. And I'm not speaking about material generosity, giving someone money. Of course, it's a form of generosity, but I'm speaking of spiritual and emotional generosity. Time, energy, heart. Those are other aspects of generosity. Someone can be very, very cheap with their money, but extremely generous with their heart, with their attention, with their time, or the opposite. Someone can be extremely generous with their money, but I will still consider them to be cheap because they're very cheap with their heart. Just completely release and let run wild. Let your intuition, let your talent, let your knowledge, let your wisdom just run wild. Speak to anybody. Like, don't think, where should I put this? Where should I write this? Where should I say it? You encounter someone in the grocery store, you feel like you start a conversation and it brings up something, go with it, say it, teach it, help with it, give the advice, say the thing. I'm not saying impose it. Test the water, say something, see the reaction of the other person. Oh, there's an open line of communication. Okay, let's keep going. Bounce back and forth ideas. Bounce back and forth emotions. Bounce back and forth energy. This infinity sign, this is the constant flow of yin and yang, of give and take, of matter and empty matter. And look where we have it again, repeating in the throat chakra, in the communication. This is also Mercury. Communication, the Hierophant communicates their wisdom. And I'm getting very much like, open it to the public, like speak. Someone needs to really the truth wants to be heard, and if it's using you as a vessel, you can't be its blockage. If truth chose you as a vessel, it's a mission. It's an aspiration for many. It's an honor, whether you enjoy it or not. And I get it if you don't enjoy it, but you have to honor it. Truth and love are the most powerful and elusive forces that we can grasp, or not even grasp. The number of truths as the number of sets of eyes, right? Everything is subjective. Everything changes by the situation. Okay, you take a plant, and the mechanism of the human eye sees the brown branches and the green leaves, but then, and that's the truth of the plant. And then you take the same thing, a plant, you throw it into the ocean, a shark comes by, it sees infrared because it sees with heat. It has a different mechanism. Is it wrong? Is it right? Are we wrong? Are we right? You put the plant on the ground, an airplane flies above, the pilot looks down, it doesn't see a plant, you see a little dot because of the very distant perspective. Is he wrong? Is he right? Brown and yellow shapes, infrared, a dot, different things, but all the same. Okay, it's this. We are all a web of light and molecules. What varies between us is how the molecules are condensed or less condensed. The shape between me and between this thing, it's condensity. The difference is condensity. And then a soul entered my body. Okay, thanks. And color, it's all the way light reflects back in our eyes and how we translate this type of light into type of color. So truth is endless, and it's only one. You don't get to hold it and control it. It's not possible for you as a human entity, as a human mechanism. You can't grasp it. So if it chose you as a vessel to express itself, let it. Don't judge it. Don't try to control it. Don't differentiate. This one is worthy. This one is not. No one puts you on a pedestal to decide who's worthy of a truth and who's not worthy of a truth. Truth is here to expand people's consciousness and to make them better, to make this world better. And if you have the ability to give that to others, give it. Don't discern. I'm getting that this is a very specific message to either one or several people who need to hear it. And if it doesn't relate to you as a mission or something that you do, then think of it in your private life. In your private life, Aries. That can definitely relate to that. You know, like when there's types of friendships, this person I'm only going out for a beer with. This person I'm only working with. This person is only for the night. This person is only for the morning. This person is only to train with. This person is only to hang out with, and so on. Look as people as, instead of machines with a tagline, as an endless form of existence that we can't comprehend. Everyone is endless with possibilities of what they can be. Honor that. Give them the opportunity to expand. Give yourself the opportunity to see them in different light. Because as I said, the plant in different situation gets a different shape. The same type of thing, okay, the same person, for example, you put them in this situation and you see that from them. You put them in a different situation, you suddenly see a completely different colors because the light reflects differently. The scenario has changed. The physics of the mechanics of the environment is different, so they are different. They adapt. Everybody adapt to their environment. I am different when I'm in my kitchen. I am different when I'm working outside. I'm different when I'm training. I'm different. Everybody's different in different situations, right? Don't belittle anybody or anything by trying to put them in a certain mold or diagram. The skin that I have on now, nothing in me, in my body, is what I had in me 10 years ago. The cells died and were reborn again. Okay, this is a completely different skin. We constantly change. People are not one shape. People are eternal light and eternal and tons of molecules, and their condensity changes and their reflection as a light. Their reflection changes in accordance to where they are and how you view them. So their colors changes and their shape is changing constantly. And if you're a wise guy, I'm not saying it sarcastically, if you are someone that have the magician and the Hierophant, that's powerful stuff. If you are someone who people follow, once again, guys, you don't have to think of it as like a big thing. This could be you have an impact in your community, or you're the person in your family that is the go-to, or you're at your job. You know, it could be a project manager and everybody comes to you. So you can think of it as a macro or as a micro. As a generalized, as something big, or as a metonymy of it. You know, it's... Whew, okay. What was that? Morgan Greer Tarot, by the way. Beautiful deck. We will see the cards. Soon I will tilt the camera down so we can take a look at them. Okay, let's get going. The Lovers. Speaking of mediating between a crossroad with paths. Okay. So we had 3 masculines so far in the first 3 cards, and there comes in the feminine. If you'll follow my advice, that's when the divine feminine aspects in you will start to awaken, and you will discover hidden truths in you that you've suppressed for a really long time. Now, you can be a female watching me. That doesn't matter. It's the energy. If so far it was only yang, now the yin comes in. And nothing is complete without the other, okay? Empty matter needs matter to be empty. Matter needs empty matter to be matter. Right? Everything is relative. Up needs the down to be the up. Down needs the up to be the down. Relativity. If there's only masculine force of thought and not the heart, there's no balance. And it will always stay in the almost zone when it comes to your success and your expansion. You think it seemingly on the surface has no connection to things, but once you'll tap into the mechanism of the divine feminine energy and the heart of the creation, of the spirit, That's when the energy will click, and that's when you'll be able to take it to the next level. Things will start aligning, and instead of being constantly at an almost there, alchemy. It's the suggestion. Is that how you say it in English? Suggestia in Hebrew. It's a chemical process when two different matters, like yin and yang, right, combine, and then a new matter happens. So that's the extra layer that you need. That's the extra thing that you need to take you to a higher ground. Ten of Swords, yes. The mechanism of the mind needs to go through a final harsh lesson and to just release and relieve you from itself. I'm not trying to shade the mind, but I say it a lot. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a dangerous master. Time to make the mind neither servant nor master. An ally. An ally to the heart, which is most definitely not smarter than the heart. Okay, I'm going to continue this in the extended. I'm going to do it right now, link below. I'm going to take the major arcanas and the repetitions, like the 2 9s and the 2 3s, and then and keep talking a little bit and give it a little bit of alter options. And then I'll do a new shuffle of a Celtic cross, and then I will pull 3 runes and give a rune reading. So it's going to be kind of cool. So I'll see you in the extended, link below. Below in the information box, by the way, you can also find the extended for 2019 for the entire year, 2019 Ministers of Magic. And you can also find a link to Tarot Masterclass if you want to know about cards that came out in a spread. You can choose the cards that you want to learn about, or you can take them all, whatever you want. And also there's a way of booking a private reading with me if you wanted to